Welcome back to my channel. Today I am testing out yet another foundation. This is not technically a foundation. This is the new Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. So many of you guys have reached out and asked me to review this, and recently I put a poll up here on my community center and over 1,000 of you guys voted, and I so appreciate these votes, you guys, because it allows me to determine what you guys would see first, or if there's a product out there, whether you're interested. So to all of you out there who vote in my polls, I just really appreciate it because you guys just lead me always in the right direction, and I could not do it without you guys. So thank you for voting. And 45% wanted to see the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer first. 43% wanted to see the new foundation and concealer from Shiseido. And then I also have the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake and Concealers. I will start testing this Shiseido one tomorrow, and it will go up either a day or two after the Laura Mercier. So be on the look for this review coming up very soon. So today we're going to talk about this one, and I'm excited about this one only because I just got done testing the foundation from Charlotte Tilbury, which is so full coverage, and then this comes along and it's just like a tinted moisturizer. A lot of people are loving this product. If you look on the Sephora website, there are over 450 reviews, and it's a 4.5 out of 5 stars. So it seems like most of the people that are buying this really enjoy it. Now, I chose the shade 4W1 Tawny. That is the shade that I picked using the shade finder on the Sephora website. I do think that this matches me really good. So this tinted moisturizer comes in 22 different shades, which is really, really nice. That's kind of the downfall when you're ordering or trying to buy a good tinted moisturizer, is you're limited on shades. So this one does seem to have a nice array of shades. I received a sample. I have actually 2 of them. This is the one I used. Up here on the screen is an image that I took of swatches of this foundation in 7 different shades. One of them is without a flash and one is with a flash. I always like to take it with a flash so you can see sometimes the difference in undertones. So before I get into the information about this product, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of history for those of you who are new to my channel so that you know my skin type and what I like in a foundation as I'm reviewing this. So I am 40 years old. I am dry normal. Right now I'm a little bit more normal. During the winter is when I'm more dry. I have adult acne, I have hyperpigmentation, I have, you know, some deep set wrinkles through here, I have some creepy skin coming along here. So I require a lot out of my foundations. I prefer a more medium coverage with a nice, like, radiant, luminous, kind of natural look. I don't want to see foundation sitting on my skin. I like it to kind of melt into my skin and kind of become my skin. So stuff like this is very intriguing to me, especially on those days where I'm just running errands and I want to kind of just even out my skin tone and be out the door, which is how I wore this yesterday. So I'm only able to wear this foundation for 2 days because, as you know, I have been testing so many foundations this month. It's been crazy. I can't devote 3 to 4 days like I traditionally will when I'm reviewing these foundations. So I kind of wanted to switch things up because I could only wear it for 2 days. So yesterday I wore it with pretty much no makeup, and all I did was I put a little bit of blush on, a little bit of contour, put my brows on, put a little mascara on, and I was out the door. So I had a very like natural look that you would wear running errands with little to no makeup. Kind of what you would want this product to be. But then today I wanted to try it with a full face of makeup. So I wanted to see if this was a type of product that will go with a full face of makeup. Sometimes when I have a full face of makeup, I want that medium coverage. Yesterday, I wore it with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base Primer. And then today, I wore it with the Tatcha Silk Canvas. Anyway, let's get into the actual information about the product. So this retails for $47, and you get 1.7 ounces, which is 50 mils. And that rounds it out to be about 94 cents per milliliter. You do get quite a bit in the squeezy tube, but I will say I do have to use a little bit more of this than I would a traditional foundation, just because I want to build it up in certain areas. And so it seems like I use maybe a little bit more. When I apply just like a normal foundation, I like to use about a pump, just like an even thin layer all over the face. With this one, I put an even layer all over the face, but then I kind of wanted to build it up in places. A best-selling tinted moisturizer with a new and improved formula infused with skincare benefits for up to 24-hour hydration and SPF 30 sunscreen to protect the skin. So as you know, this replaced their old tinted moisturizer, which was loved by many. It is a light coverage, natural finish tinted moisturizer. It is for normal, dry, and combo skin. And it has macadamia and cuckoo seed oil that it helps increase the skin's moisture levels long term for up to 24 hours of hydration. I wear this for 2 days for 12 hours or longer, and I'm going to give you guys the full rundown on how I feel about it. Let's jump straight into the application portion of the video. I'm going to show you guys how I like to apply this, and then I'm going to do like a 6-hour check-in, and then I will come back and do a full 12-hour check-in, and then at that point I will give you guys my final thoughts. So I will see you guys then. So let's start playing with this new tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier, and I'm getting ready to go to a nail appointment, so I'm gonna make this pretty quick. So this is how the bottle comes. It just has a little squeezy tube, and then you just squeeze it out, which I'm okay with the packaging. I like the squeezy tube. And I just put a little bit, just like a dot right there. I don't know how that's gonna work or how far that's gonna go, but we're gonna... Now, I kind of just want to blend this in with my fingers and then maybe use maybe a sponge or a brush afterwards. I feel like when you're using a tinted moisturizer, because you're limited on coverage, it seems like if you go in with your fingers and just blend it out like you would a moisturizer, I don't know that this is a type of product that I would want to use a sponge. Definitely not a sponge, but possibly a brush. A sponge I think will just take away all of the pigment just by soaking it up, and then you're just going to have to use more. I think the shade for me is good. I'm going to add just a little bit right here and then blend it down my neck. So I'm just going to put a few dots here. And then just see if we can build up a little bit of coverage. I would say you probably get a like sheer to light coverage with this. Now I'm taking a brush and going over my hyperpigmentation, and that helped a lot. Now this is definitely a product that you can build up coverage if you need it. I'm just going to try a brush and see if I can build up the coverage. But this looks really good. I mean, it looks very hydrating and very healthy. Especially for those days where maybe you're just going to the grocery store, or maybe you're, you know, just running some errands and you don't really want a ton of makeup on. That's kind of what tinted moisturizers are. They're just going to moisturize the skin but give you a little bit of pigment just to kind of even out the skin tone. I think this looks really good. It's a tiny bit tacky, but not bad. Like, it feels like it's kind of set down. I think once I get on a little bit of concealer, I'm going to use a more natural concealer today. Maybe not go in with like a really full coverage concealer. But this looks really good. today I'm filming a little bit early because I do have a early morning nail appointment. So right now it is 8 o'clock. So, you know, that's kind of why I still have the marks on my eyes. And maybe my eyes look a little puffy because I literally just woke up like a half hour ago. So normally when I come down here, I've been awake for like an hour and a half and I've done a little bit of yoga and all the blood has like run through my face and, but not right now. Like right now is the exception. All right, let's turn off the ring light. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. Natural lighting. You can tell that I probably didn't apply enough right here in this area. So I think I'm just going to take a dot of this and then just blend it out with a brush because it seems like I was missing. Yeah, that was better. And normally you'll start, like, once I turn off the ring light, that's when I'll really notice, like, those little small details that I don't see with the ring light on. It was very quick to apply. Like I said, this is one of those products that you could totally use when you're on the go and you just need to get out the door. Very pretty on the skin. I like the way this looks. So that's it for the application. I will see you guys in my first check-in. Okay, I am back for a quick check-in. So it is currently 5:30. I applied this around 9:30, so it's been about 8 hours. I wanted to come down here a couple of hours ago, but I was out running errands. So today, like I said in the intro, yesterday I wore it with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Rich Face Base. Today I wore it with the Tatcha Silk Canvas. But yesterday I didn't put any powders over it. Today I did. So today I put a light layer of the Hourglass Translucent Setting Powder, the Veil one. And then I did go over my T-zone area with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish. Now you guys know I do not normally wear a lot of powders. So when I say I put a light layer, I mean a really light layer. I just kind of took my Hourglass brush and just dusted it over my face like this versus packing it on or maybe buffing it into the skin or using it with a sponge. I know that a lot of people like to apply their powders with a sponge. So I didn't do that. I just lightly dusted my entire face because I kind of wanted to see if it changed it throughout the day. Yesterday, this wore off very naturally. And yesterday, I filmed a final thoughts on something in a video. And I had that on yesterday. So it's going to be kind of weird, but I wanted you guys to see what my face looked like. This is hardly no makeup on. I just had my brows on, my mascara, and a little bit of gloss. So I did put on a little bit of blush and stuff, but I didn't have like a full face of makeup. I had no powders. This was applied really early in the morning because I had a nail appointment, and so it was the same day that I applied it first on camera. So as you'll see in this footage, now again, I'm just talking, so I apologize for this being kind of weird, but I didn't take any like still shots or I didn't do any up close images of the foundation, but I wanted you guys to see what my skin looked like because I applied it around 8 o'clock that morning, and this footage you'll see is around 10 o'clock. So this is about a 14-hour day wear test, and as you can see, it still looks really, really beautiful. It's wore off very naturally, but it's not like pulling away from my face and being very blotchy and kind of gross. I just wanted to show you guys that footage, even though I know it's probably weird for you guys, which I apologize for that, but I felt like it might be helpful for you guys, for those that are going to wear this on those no makeup days. So let's go ahead and pull you guys in so you can see what this looks like. You can see a lot of my texture kind of coming through, but I'm okay with that. I'm never afraid to show my hyperpigmentation or my acne weirdness. Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I've just accepted it. It is what it is. But you can see my hyperpigmentation coming through. But this is a decent coverage for being a tinted moisturizer. I have several tinted moisturizers in my collection. And I feel like this one in particular, I do have to build it up a little bit more right here on my cheek area. And I did go in twice on this spot today. But other than that, warming it up with my fingers and blending it in just like I would apply moisturizer is definitely my favorite way to wear this. And I think it looks really pretty. It is a really, really pretty product. It's very natural. Pretty long wearing too. The difference is I feel like this sets down. Some tinted moisturizers kind of stay sticky and dewy throughout the day, but this one doesn't. This one actually sets down and feels very, very comfortable. And I think I prefer it a little bit more with the powder, which I will go into that in a minute, but I think this looks really pretty. Okay, let's turn off the ring light. Okay, so this is more natural lighting. I'm sitting in front of a window. It's not direct sunlight, and I have two umbrella lights sitting in the corner just to kind of give the room a little bit more light. And I also have the lights above me. And as you can see, this does look very natural. Like if I come back, it matches my neck pretty good. It looks very natural, and it does look okay with a full face of makeup. I don't really feel like this is not a product that you can't wear with a full face of makeup. It's very, very skin-like, and it doesn't sit on top of the skin. It does kind of melt into the skin and kind of becomes your skin, which is definitely something that I love, but this looks really good. For this first check-in. I will give you guys my full final thoughts later on this evening, so I will see you guys then. Okay, you guys, let me get into my final thoughts about this product. So it is almost 1 a.m. So I've been editing like crazy. I'm actually heading out of town this weekend, and I wanted to just have a ton of videos edited and ready to go. And I wanted to be a couple of videos ahead. So I've just been editing and editing. But I applied this probably around 9:30, 10 a.m. It's been on for about 15 hours. This is a fantastic product. Like, I absolutely love it. For those days where you don't really need and you don't really want a lot of makeup on your skin, this is beautiful. It is so beautiful on the skin. It wears off naturally. It looks so natural. It looks radiant. Now, I don't really recommend this product for oily skin, even though it does set down and I don't feel tacky or sticky or dewy throughout the day. This is one of those that is not a dewy product. And in fact, it's like once it sets down, it's locked and loaded. Yesterday, I didn't wear any powder. Today, I did. And I don't know that it really made that much of a difference. I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit, but not much. Like it maybe looks like I'm a little bit shiny through the camera because there is a light really close to my face. But in real life, I'm not like oily looking. Okay, so again, this is what it's looking like 14 hours later. Yes, my skin is coming through, but that's okay, because it wears off very naturally. And if somebody walked up to me, I don't know that they would know I was wearing a lot of foundation. You know what I mean? I mean, for being a tinted moisturizer, this I don't feel like breaks away from the skin. It just fades. So I like that. Okay, let's turn off the ring light. So this is without the ring light. I just have the two umbrella lights sitting in the corner and then the room lighting above me. Now, let me say this. It does remind me a lot of my Lancome Skin Feels Good. As you know, if you've been with me for a long time, you know that this has been my top 5 favorite foundation since the day I discovered it. I reviewed this, I would say, about a year and a half ago. I'm reviewing foundations constantly, especially this month. But this, if you have a foundation that stays in your top 5 after trying hundreds of foundations, you know it's a good foundation. This has been my ride or die, like holy grail and never lets me down type of foundation. Now this one, I really wouldn't recommend it for oily skin. I would say dry normal combo would love this. Here's the thing, the differences between these two, there's a couple of differences. Number one, This one is a little bit more dewy, and in order to get the same effect of this one, like having it set down, applying a light even layer of like setting powder, say the Hourglass, whatever setting powder that you like, just to kind of set it down and take away a little bit of that dewiness. Recently, I uploaded a video of makeup products and makeup application tips for dry normal skin. This is the foundation that I used on half of the face. And technically this isn't a foundation. I keep saying foundations, but you know, this is actually a skin tint. So this isn't classified as a foundation. This is a tinted moisturizer. This is a skin tint. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? So I would say you probably get a little bit more coverage with this one than you do this one. This one I'm able to get more coverage by just taking a brush and kind of stippling it into the skin. I tried that with this one, and I feel like this one is a little bit more pigmented. It has a little bit more coverage than this one does. So that's a difference. So this one has 22 shades for $47. This one has 10 shades for $35. So you get 12 more shades, but you're saving about $8 by going with this one. These two are totally right up my alley, especially on those days where I just don't want to wear a lot of heavy foundations. These are just my holy grail type products. And if you guys have been considering getting this, I think you'll love it. I think it's perfect for dry, normal, and combo. I don't think oily skin is going to love it. It's the same with this one. In fact, I don't know that combination skin would love this. You'd probably really have to make sure that you are good and set in your T-zone. But if you're dry around your perimeter and oily in your T-zone, this is the perfect product. You got to kind of decide which one would be best for you, because they're very, very similar. I mean, this is flawless. This is a 5 out of a 5 for me. This is exactly the products that I love. If this is something you've been considering for those light makeup days, I don't think you'll regret it. So those are my final thoughts on this tinted moisturizer. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I'm gonna have some really good reviews coming up all this week, so make sure that you hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload. I'm going to be doing the Shiseido foundation and concealer, also giving you guys my full rundown and some tips if you bought the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, some tips if you're struggling with it. I am going to give you some tips on how to maybe, you know, have a better experience with it. Also, my first impressions of the Natasha Denona lipsticks, the new Nude collection, and the Boeing concealer from Benefit. I don't know how to pronounce it, but make sure you hit that notification bell. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.